When I was about 8, my parents split up, and my father moved back to Honduras. And I didn't know where he was, and I didn't know what he was doing. I just knew that he made the choice to leave. So I never saw him again. He passed away in 2010, and I visited Honduras for the first time in 2012, so I just missed him. The first time I went to Honduras, whether it was pure coincidence or some kind of divine choreography, I ended up in the small mountain village that my father was born and raised in, and I visited his grave. That was a moment that really piqued my interest, that I could know and get in touch with that part of my history and my past that had always felt so far away. Even my older sister Jennifer and I, who I'm super close with, have never really talked about our father until now.
Do you feel you know a lot about Daddy's side, like even our grandparents on that side?
No, I think it was just sort of something we didn't talk about.
And we didn't ask. When he passed, I was so emotional because it's like we never got to know him, and that possibility of getting to know him just was taken, it wasn't taken,
Went away.
it went away.
I remember just hearing kind of loosely in conversation that Dad's grandfather or great-grandfather was like in the military and was a general.
Exactly.
But it would be really nice to know for sure some of the facts of like, where does he come from and who were his family? I guess if I want to find anything new out about my father and his history, I have to start in Honduras. I'm excited. I wish you were coming with me.
I really wish I was going too.
So my plan is to start my journey where I left off on my last visit to Honduras, in the town of La Esperanza, where my father was born and raised and where he died and is buried. This time being back with the explicit purpose of knowing more about my father just seems, I don't know, it makes me nervous. For so much of my life, it was a chapter that seemed kind of unopened and one that I always imagined I would eventually explore. But now that I'm here doing that, it's kind of very emotional. The last time I was here, I unexpectedly met a woman my father knew, and now I'm heading to meet her son, Romaldo, who I understand was my father's very close friend.
Hola.
Buenas tardes.
Mucho gusto.
Mucho
Encantado de saludarte.
Gracias.
Pasa adelante.
Muchas gracias.
Tu papá era como mi hermano, era mi mejor amigo.
Wow. ¿Desde qué año se
Desde que
conocieron?
éramos niños, tal vez de 5 o 6 años. Yo quiero mostrarte unas fotos, ¿quieres verlas?
Sí, por favor.
Estamos yendo para la hacienda y
¿Ese es mi padre?
Este es tu padre, unos 20 años, 19, 20 años, por la década de los 70s. Yo tenía las fotos de toda la familia que le mandaban ustedes y él la guardaba.
Sí. ¿Y él te hablaba de nosotros?
Mucho. Él lloraba. Él tenía los mejores recuerdos de ustedes y siempre estaba pensando en volver a los Estados Unidos para encontrarse con ustedes.
Gracias. Se parece mucho a...
¿A tu hermano?
Sí.
Sí.
Y también mis hermanas. Y te hablaba de por qué no nos contactaba a
Sí.
nosotros.
Él tuvo muchos problemas. Tenía problemas en su corazón. Y tú tienes que entenderlo. Porque ahora está con Dios.
Y cuando regresó, ¿qué hizo aquí?
Puso su computadora, se puso a trabajar y puso una escuela de computación en mi casa. Tuvo alumnos, tuvo éxito y se sentía más feliz, iba cambiando su dolor o su cosa interna y fue mejorando bastante. Y él Viene de una familia de gente muy intelectual.
¿Conocías mis abuelos?
Sí, conocí muy bien a tu abuelo, a don Carlos. A tu abuela Georgina yo no la conocí.
Mi nombre es América Georgina.
Ah, tú eres Georgina también.
Sí.
Ah, es el nombre de tu abuela.
De mi
Sí.
abuela. ¿Y qué sabías de mis bisabuelos?
Tus bisabuelos fueron doña María Luisa y tu bisabuelo fue el general Gregorio Ferrera.
¿Y cómo puedo saber más de él?
Para tener mayor información hay que ir a la Municipalidad de la Esperanza, porque ahí está una historiadora que le puede relatar los hechos, la vida del general Gregorio Ferrera.
Pues mil gracias, don Romaldo.
Tío Rumi, dígame.
Tío Rumi.
Saludos a toda su familia, un abrazo para sus hermanitos.
Gracias.
It was really nice to get a sense and a feeling of what my father's life was like. Romaldo mentioned that my father had a lot of issues that he struggled with a lot in his heart and in his mind. You know, the deeper questions of why did he make the choices he made? Those are questions that I might never get the answer to. And even though it seems like, why should it make such a difference to know something small like he missed you so much, to hear it from someone who knew him and experienced him, it just is different. Growing up, I'd heard rumors that somewhere down the line there had been a general in the family. And Romaldo mentioned that my great-grandfather was a general. So I'm very interested in knowing what a historian has to say about my great-grandfather and what he could have possibly done that warrants a historian knowing about it. So it's really exciting.